this technical issue with our microphone, which has now been sorted. The technical issues always do seem to hit about 10 seconds before you're meant to go live. I'm your commentator, Adam Allcroft, here, we're sponsored by Jason Rawson, carpet fitter and supplier. And we're looking forward to what has been a much anticipated match since we knew that Street War was even a possibility. Hey, people have been looking forward to this one, hoping that the wins would come for both Penistone and Stocksbridge, because this is it's the first time the sides have faced each other competitively since 2010, which was in this competition. The Steels won 5-1 in that game. Brett Lovell scored 2 in that game for Stocksbridge, and Andy Ring also got one. The other was Harrogate town striker Jack Muldoon. But obviously the big thing is that Ian Richards is facing his former side. The first time Ian Richards has returned here to the Memorial Ground since leaving to become the Steels manager back in 2021. And the game has kicked off here. Penistone Church in the black and white striped shirts, black shorts and black socks, kicking from left to right, while the Steels are in the yellow shirts, blue shorts and blue socks, kicking from right to left. The teams are as follows. Penistone Church have Harry Ambler in goal, then it's Owen Kelly, Jordan Barnett, who was on trial once for Stocksbridge, Jodan Kadori, Ryan Johnson, James Stafford, Danny Howes, Leon Hurlsbrook, Nathan Keatley, Kieran Ryan, and Anthony Brown. The bench is Wayne Hughes, Lennon O'Grady, Josh Brown, Tom Brennan, and Chris Snape. For Stocksbridge, the team is Ben Townsend in goal. Then Jack Dolman comes in as number 2, places the cup-tied former Penistone defender Tom Charlesworth. Then Jack Tinker as Penistone just have a quick corner kick here already on the attack, the home side. So Jack Tinker, Luke Hogg, Charlie Oglesby, Jordan Lemon, Curtis Turner, Ross Goodwin, Luke Rawson, Thomas Bull, and Jack Watson. The bench is Bailey Baker, Harry Garman, Alex O'Connor, Tommy Marshall, and Oliver Novak. Seals have a corner to defend within the first minute. High loft one, look for the near post. Battle and it's scrambled, and then Stocksbridge clear away, but it goes back to the wing beyond Danny Howes. It will be another Penistone throw-in early on into this game. Just a minute gone so far. It remains 0-0. Hill. Just a throwing goes into back to Barnett, and then trying to get it down left hand side. Penistone down goes Jack Tinker, who's at right back today, and it will be a free kick to Stocksbridge. Chance for Stocksbridge to get the ball over at the other end. Big crowd here at the Memorial Ground today. Let's say it's captured the imagination of both Penistone and Stocksbridge fans, and many neutrals who've taken advantage because it's a Wednesday night game, and this is these stadiums. Back for Ben Townsend, back in the first team on Saturday. Gets a clean sheet against Belper. Sending the ball long here. Goes over the top of everyone. He's going to just go out for a throw in. Stocksbridge surrender possession within seconds of getting it back. So back with Barnett, who will come over to take this throw in. Throws it in back, it goes to him, drills it forward, looking for Keatley, the main goal threat. Poor pass back, and almost like Shottunko wasn't. It's cleared, and then it's actually turned into attack Penistone. Penistone immediately on the left-hand side here, being forced back, and Stocksbridge getting back into their shape, allowing Penistone to play it round them as it goes back to Kaduri here. He looks to switch play and looks to find Kelly. Poor touch, Watson tries to tackle, and Watson does eventually while slipping over back to the field, but then back to Penistone it goes. Penistone starting the game with plenty of aggression. Keatley pass it back into midfield, looking to try and get on the right wing. Dorman will look to have this covered under pressure, and he will manage to marshal that one out for a goal kick. Good work from young Dorman, who doesn't get many starts. In today with Charlesworth, who's on at right back, it being cup tied, a former Penistone man, but played for Penistone in this competition earlier on in the tournament. Back with Townsend now for his goal kick. Sent long on the former Answorth man. Look, headed away and into midfield. Hogg touches it forward. Pull heads on, but no one there for it to be swept up by the Penistone defence, who immediately try and get it over onto the wing. But Stocksbridge get it back, but it just put it back into the midfield. And Penistone try and press forward to Keatley back into midfield, and Goodwin trips him up. Advantage is given as Turner puts it back into the centre of defence. Penistone pushing forward. Penistone having the better of these early moments, though a poor pass skip just goes right to Townsend. 4 minutes gone. Rain is 0-0 early on in this game. Just seen Dottie Tyquin put something in me to extra technical issues. Yeah, we did. We got put the 20p in. The microphone works now. just took a different USB slot. Penistone head away into the midfield, and they've got the ball back after that goal kick. Brown spreads it onto Barnett at left back. He stops for a moment, looks to switch play. Oaksby heads it away. A man who Ian Richards tried to sign for Penistone on many occasions, and now finally got him in at Stocksbridge, trying to break away. Watson plays back to Dorman. Dorman just get it caught in his feet a bit. One's allowed to get through his pace. Turner tries to drill one forward, but it's intercepted. Penistone get it back. Penistone with the majority of the possession in this game. As Lemon just doesn't get complete control of it. Goes back to Dorman, who tries to drill forward to Watson. Watson puts it back in the field. Hogg looks to find once again intercepted. Hogg though tackles well, gets it back now to Turner. Turner carrying the ball forward over to the right to Tinker. Different position for him today as he's trying to cut inside back into the midfield. It goes, and Turner here trying to dictate play. Back to Tinker. Tinker right-footed low cross beyond everyone, but then I think very trying to decide whether that was a clearance or a shot. The referee thinks it's a shot, but it was offside anyway. To be a free kick that's basically a goal kick for Harry Amble. It'll be his first touch of the game. One of the things Ian had mentioned is he's quite familiar with a few of the Penistone players. You would hope that he knows what their strengths and weaknesses are and plan the Steels team around that. But Rawson heads one on after getting the ball back. Looks at Watson, who's trying to track the ball. He's won the physical battle there, which was close to the left-hand side. And he's got Dorman as an option, but Watson cuts him back into midfield, turning it harassed immediately. No time on the ball. Dorman tries to flick it over the top, head away, and Penistone head it back into defence, and they clear it out now with Ryan, who flicks it on looking for Brown, but Tinker intercepts back onto the right for Poole into the midfield now to Turner, lays it back for Dolman, who just runs onto it, crossing the halfway line, forward to Watson, who turns, and he's just looking for a pass through here to Goodwin, and he's got options on the right. Instead, it's going to be a long range shot. It's not far. It's a good save. Don't normally see that from Goodwin, but he's forced a drill, saving and shot, and saving. It's gone out for Stocksbridge's first corner of the game. 7 minutes gone here. Steele's looking to take the lead. Corner kick. Their last goal was from Goodwin, and it was from a corner kick. And Poole will be looking to find people like Oglesby and Goodwin. Drilled one, look for the near post, head away at the near post. It's a poor corner from Thomas Poole, and Penistone are going to try and launch a counter-attack. Anthony Brown on left wing, well tackled back in the field, long ball forward, and well caught by Ryan, who's going to look for Keithley. Keithley may have timed his run well, and he goes in. Doberman bundles into. There's going to be no free kick given, and Dorman will clear it away. That would have been a risk of a red card if free kick was given, and now it's back on the left wing for Penistone. They're on the attack, putting a ball in, and it's behind the goal. Will be a goal kick. As I just heard the phrase, in the Northern Counties, where there is a sin bin for certain kinds, just like the blue card that has been suggested by the top brass of the country. That is not a rule in the Sheffield Senior Cup. So it's the traditional, just yellows and reds. Ed. Ed. Penistone fans have been a bit agitated on that one. Keithley looked like he had just broke through. Townsend, long ball forward, but uncontested header away. And it bounces back into a left wing back area, but cleared away. Stockbridge got Turner, has it in midfield. Stockbridge just going back into it after a bit of a shaky start. Rawson looks to find Dolman on the left hand side, looking to find the space in the middle, blocked and cleared away. Back to Dolman though, who comes forward. He's going to tumble over, but no foul on him. Referee is playing this in a derby fashion. He's not going to give the light contact as fouls. Back currently with Lemon, sprays out to Poole on the right hand side, flicked into the middle, looking for Goodwin, headed away. Back into the midfield, and Stockbridge just missed out, but then they've got it back here. Stockbridge pressing forward on this right hand side at the moment, looking for the cross in, but I think needs some support. Sorry, we're not in a great vantage point here today, so we struggle to identify the players that far away. Stockbridge do put a ball into the middle, but it is played Stockbridge into the box, and they've got the ball back in the box, trying to play it in the middle, and then it's bundled away by Penistone, throwing on the right hand side, right in front of quite a few of the quite sizable number of travelling supporters from Stocksbridge. Tinker up to take this throw in. He's not really got the options. The options haven't presented themselves to him yet. But we had done that, but then well, isn't it? It's just taking ages, this throw in. Eventually, he's going to try and throw it into the middle to Watson, who's come in, but then pass it back now to Hogg. Hogg puts it to the left to Dolman, who's wanting to use his pace to go around the outside. He's gone very wide now, Dolman. That he will try and use his speed as he passes it back to Hogg, who's going down the left, back to Dolman. Dolman tries to put crossing. It's quite weak. Rawson's coming on the edge of the 6 yard area on the left-hand side. Feels like he's gone out, and in the end, it hasn't been adjusted that way. He's given the ball away, and it's out for another throw into Stocksbridge. 10 minutes gone in this game. Remains 0-0. Yes, I'll come on, Shields need an early one. As Dolman has a throw in on this left hand side. And throw it in looking for Rawson, but they'll pass it back. And if they pass it back to a Penistone player. Penistone look to launch a counter attack. Something that's going to do. Lemons almost hooked off the legs of Brown, and it was almost calamity. And it's a bit clumsy at the moment from the Stocksbridge defence on their own halfway line. And then Stocksbridge it back. Hogg knocks it forward. Watson looks to break the offside trap, but he hasn't done so. The flag does go up. Hard to judge if he was actually offside from this sort of distance away. So that you know where we actually are in the ground. We're online with the currently what is the Stocksbridge's own penalty box. Means where Stocksbridge attacking is a bit of a tricky one, in all honesty. But we'll get on with it. It's better than way behind the goal. Sheffield, who were meant to have a game against Dunstan today, they were away at Dunstan. They got to Dunstan, and the game was called off for a waterlogged pitch. That's a long trip from Johnfield up to get. Thankfully, when we've had several postponed games at Dunstan, that's not happened to us just yet. Ambler sends the ball forward from this free kick. Tinker will head it away. Poole comes back to get onto it, allows it to bounce in front of him. We'll try and run with the ball now as he sends it forward. Look for Rawson, who's come onto the right wing. As play goes, there will be a throw into Penistone. So back now with Barnett to take the throw in, and Penistone will get their possession back. So back now with John Bonnet, who spent at the summer of 2022 on trial with Stocksbridge. Looked like he might have come on and sign for us as well, but instead chose Matlock Town and has now returned to his home team of Penistone, born and raised in the area. As Stockbridge win the ball, trying to knock it forward, but headed away and back out for a steals throw. Now it's incredibly busy over on that opposition side. Opposite side. And it's with Tinker throwing it for Goodwin, who chests it down. He's being forced backwards and lays it off of Tinker as Stockbridge tried to get forward, but it looks like it's just been knocked out for a throw. But as it was trailing out, Stockbridge have just kind of pushing the back on Barnett, and it will be a free kick. Rawson and Barnett having a bit of a back and forth as they roll the ball to each other, and they play some sort of child's game. But Barnett now sends it forward. Going to go bounce out and straight out, and will be a Stocksbridge throw. After a very fast-paced start from Penistone, the game has slowed down a bit. 13 minutes, and it's been 0-0 here. Ball goes long, headed away by Barnett, out to play for another throw, right on the halfway line. Stocksbridge after look a bit shaky at the back have also improved and looking like they're going forward quite well at times. Goes to Poole, then back to Tinker, who tries to carry on forward, keeps the ball in play, tried to drill it forward, blocked, and back in possession. Their clearance is blocked as well, but that's out for a Penistone throw. It just seems to be stuck over on that side at the moment. Neither the Penistone left wing or Stocksbridge right wing seem to be able to get it away from that area, and yeah. Back it goes to Barnett after the throw in. He's going to give it all the way back to Ambler, who takes a touch. Rawson's going to close it down. He's not far off. As he clears it down to the left wing, goes to Dolman, who tries to head it away, and he's going to touch it on and do well with his pace there. Sliding tackle goes in, a crunching one from Nathan Keatley. He out for a throw, and it's completely fair tackle as well, and that's the sort of thing you expect in a local derby. Clearly not known for the tackles, he's more a goal scorer. 8 goals in his last 3 games for the Penistone forward. Stockbridge have it on that left wing now. trying to play passing football, but can't find Watson with a run, and it goes out for a goal kick. So Penistone have been in good form for a while, but did lose on Saturday. Lost 2-1 to Tadcaster Albion. Oliver Norman, Joseph Crosby condemning them to face Ollie Norman in a few games at Stocksbridge last season. Beat the 5'6" wonder. As Ambler, right-footed, will try and drill that over to the left-hand side. Headed back into it from Penistone. We're also trying to get onto it. Challenge the defender, but they have come away with Penistone. Pass through the middle. Townsend comes out, and he will allow them to go into his box and pick it up. He was just ready to burst out in case Keatley was able to beat his man. That seems to be something Penistone have deliberately targeted. We've seen it a few times in this game, putting these passes right through the middle of Lemon and Oglesby for their forward to move on to. Townsend looking for Rawson here, but it's over the top of everyone. Will eventually go out for a throw-in, which will be Stockbridge's throw-in. Dolman goes over to take that.
Yeah, the full game. Just most games.
Dolman will looking to try and get the ball in, but Penistone have it back. They pass it into their own box and eventually do boot it away. Dangerous move that. But they get it away now. Stockbridge have it back in midfield, but in a congested area. Play back to field, try to get to Turner, but Penistone intercepts, and Stockbridge trying to get onto it, but eventually just big clearance away. Lemon is tracking it. Will head it back into midfield to Hogg, who tries to touch pull, but only going to one who tries to start the counter. Tinker's missed his interception, but Lemon sweeps up, and but he's tackled by Anthony Brown. It's a great one. Left, and then the cross in the end from Penistone is weak. They're trying to try and keep it in. They do keep it in. It's still here on the right wing, close to us here. Dolman tracking it as it goes back now to Hillsborough. Plays it into the middle to Kadori, into the box it goes now. Onto to Kadori, it's good football, drilled across. Townsend with his leg blocked out, corner kick Penistone. Closest we've seen to a goal so far in this game. 16 minutes, goal remains 0-0. Corner kick now for Penistone as their second of the game, their first coming right within the first minute. Jordan Barnett going over to take it. Stockbridge, you look and just look at the way Stockbridge set up. They're going to see if they can try. I think if they can get a clean header away, they will try and launch a counter of some sort. Here comes Barnett's corner into the 6-yard area. Ogle gets the header away, going out to the far hand side. Johnson's the first one onto it. Back it goes into midfield. Left foot ball in, deflected. Head on by Brown. Turner gets a touch, and then big boot away from Dolman. Watson will see if he can get on the end of it, but I think it's going to be too far for him. Ambler will take it into his arms.
Good idea.
Rolled out in front of him. Long ball forward. And Brown will take it 2 feet. And but well robbed by Hogg. Clean tackle from him. His pass is blocked, but Turner gets onto it. Turner lays it back now to the right hand side to Poole. Looks for the pass forward, but no one's there for it. And it knocked out, but it will be a Stockbridge throw-in. Possession remains in the Steel's feet. And now it's going to be back now, throwing down, head up into the air, head up, stopping, knock it forward, back to field. Penistone clear it away. Going to be tracked all the way and then out for a Stockbridge throw. So the linesman looked a bit confused by that, but concerningly for Penistone, one of their players is down at the moment. He's gone to the ground and is sitting up at the moment. So while that's the case, we'll update you some of the score lines. While there's nothing else going on in the Northern Premier League East tonight, there is FA Cup action. Currently 1-1 at Chelsea and Leeds. Leeds went ahead through Fernandez, but Nicholas Jackson equalised for Chelsea. Wolves are ahead at Brighton through Lamina. And in the Champions League, well, it's not the Champions League, I was wrong there. But that is some of the FA Cup action on tonight, though. Even though it's not the nicest night, though the rain has stopped, thankfully. Lots of fans have come out rather than stay home and watch ITV4 to watch a rematch of an FA Cup final. Treatment just ongoing here. So we might see the last of Sam Ewins today. His last game as sports therapist is the proper term for him at Stockbridge Park Steels. He's It's been a fantastic servant for the club over the last 3.5 years he's been with us. We've had to see him go. We joined in the Sheffield Wednesday Academy. His treatment is ongoing. We haven't been able to identify the player as of yet. Joys have been low down, and I'm having his number back. So as I go, it looks like I think it might be Kadori. One of the long-serving players here at Penistone. He is up on his feet now and heading to the sidelines. I suspect he will be able to return. Tinker throws it down line, but throws it basically straight out. And it will be back for Penistone for their own throw-in. Back with Barnett now, who showed his influence on this game in part so far. Throwing into the other half, but headed away. Back with Barnett, who tries to knock it forward. Intercepted by Goodwin, who tries to knock it forward himself, but deflects and back in to Penistone, who put it in the field, trying to find Watson with the pass. It's blocked, and Penistone just about get away before it can. Poole's trying to harass, but Penistone big boot away, and Lennon was going to come back and clear up. He's going to pass it back to Townsend, and Townsend will take his time before, well, slicing it actually, very high, and no team player can judge the bounce of it. Hogg eventually gets Scott's head onto it, but now back into the Penistone midfield it goes, and so then it goes back to Tinker, who now puts it to Poole, who very high, looking for Watson. I don't think he'll win the header, but he will get a touch. And he's dragged down as he does so. Nothing given for that, and back it goes into the defence for Lemon. Lemon will look to switch player, gets it to the left-hand side. Dolman touches it forward, looking for Watson, headed away, though, by Kelly, and into Penistone's midfield it goes again. Stockbridge not being able to get anything sticking up front as of yet. Brown was waiting behind Lemon for that ball, but Lennon with a good header away, and there's a late challenging on Dolman, and the free kick is given, and I think there might be a card for this as well. It's Kieran who's getting the talks at the moment. It's not even committed the foul. Dolman back to his feet and trying to see which Penistone player. Actually, he's going to wait for him to do the turnaround so I can actually see his number, but I don't think he will be doing that. Oh yeah, well, he's very nice. Nathan Keaton Hughes had a little talking to, but no card given as of yet. Townsend coming up to take this free kick. It's a similar position when he helped to set up the goal against Carlton away from home all the way back in November. Be able to do the same here. Right for the ball. Goes to the far end of the box, though. Penistone only head it behind, and it will be a corner kick for Stocksbridge. Their second of the game on the 22nd minute here. Poole, who has been seen as a set-piece specialist and got the assist for the goal against Winston, the winner, but needs a better delivery than his first one. Next time he's looking for the post, so it's actually against the edge and head it back into the box. It's going to be a bit of header tennis in the middle, but falls to a Penistone player, and not the greatest challenge for Penistone to defend. Rawson's controlling well on the right-hand side here. Ball going in, look for the near post, and then cleared away. And out he goes for another throw for Stocksbridge. Tinker coming over to take it. Right in front of a mass of Stocksbridge fans over there. Tinker with the ball and waiting for his options to open up as I'll try and throw it right into the box. Poole trying to get the beating of it. He goes down under pressure. Appeals from the fans behind the goal for a penalty. It's not being given. Too far from it. I'm too far away to see if there's any real contact there. I don't know if the referee has called that absolutely perfectly or if he has made a mistake. Fans will appeal for anything. I don't think many Stocksbridge players seem to appeal for it, which I'll suggest means the referee has made the right call. LJ goes it to Rawson, who can't get a touch on it. Johnson will get it back to Kelly here on the right-hand side, who touches it forward to Keatley, who's trying to take it wide. Keatley stumbles a bit, but still remains with it. Facing up with Dolman now. Keatley got two men on him. Hogg's come back to help him. Dolman then eventually comes in, robs the ball off him, keeps it in play, and clears it away. But it's only going to go back into the midfield with Kadori. Switches play over to the left-hand side to to Brown, who's forced backwards and now cuts in on the inside and will look to switch place. A poor pass though, and then Watson will get it. But I think it may have come off the referee. So it will be a drop ball. Drop ball and back to Kaduri it goes, and he's going to drill the ball in field, but it's come off the foot. Penistone forward, and then Turner clears it. Rawson won't chase that, so it's going to just go back to Ambler. 3 more minutes gone, back into central defence partner. It's a bit of an overplayed pass. He's had to chase onto it to keep it, and Poole almost robbed him of it. He's still able to get it to Brown on the left wing, but back it goes and out for Penistone throw.
Oh, I had an email. Where are we going? I know, but it's completely worthless. And that's what I've seen a big problem.
Oh, it's with Barnett for this throw in. As Chelsea have have now taken the lead in their FA Cup match. Mikhailo Mudryk, the goal scorer. Run goes in, headed and bit of head tennis as just trying to get it down to feet. They do now, and then just send it long. Going to go out for a throw in for Penistone. Not really many chances as of yet in this game. There's 26 minutes gone, remains a 0-0. I would doubt it's going to remain 0-0. Penistone are yet to have one all season. In fact, if there's a team Stocksbridge would hope to score against, it would be the Penistone. They've not kept a clean sheet in 2024 yet. Oglesby will send one long looking for Watson on the left-hand side, and he's holding on to it well. He's on the edge of the box on that left wing. He's been inside. He's got back heel it to Dorman. Dorman, very high cross, way high and over everyone. It's going to end up being a throw. Actually, I think he's just gone out for a goal kick just in behind that corner flag and just lacked the final ball from the former Chesterfield youngster. Goal kick now to be taken. Harry Ambler, take it. He will be desperate to get that clean sheet after the start of. They've not got one yet in 2024. The last one was in a 1-0 win over Bottisford Town on the 30th of December. On ball forward, headed on by Penistone, and into there by Holden, and Goodwin back to Tinker, who keeps the ball despite a challenge onto the right ball, flicks it on, and Tinker's trying to rush onto the end of it, but out. It's Stafford who comes in, clears it away, and it's Bowerfield. Goodwin heads it forward, comes off the back of Rawson in the end, and Penistone clear that, but then only back to Stocksbridge, and Goodwin picks up for Rawson. Rawson just can't get it under his feet, and very high and more diagonal clearance from Penistone, but they get the ball back immediately after that. But then they give it right back to Stocksbridge. With Poole here, looking on the inside and trying to decide what he's going to do. Lays off at Tinker, offside flag up, Tinker still on it, drills it over, feet saved by Ambler. Stocksbridge trying to get the ball back, but it's cleared away, and Lemon heads it back, then it's headed back to the forward, and Penistone, that's a nice little turn there, but that pass is intercepted well by Lemon, who sends it forward. It's going to be outplayed, Penistone throwing. Jack Tinker then, who was a bit of a pass come shot, blocked by the feet of Ambler. Back with Barnett now, who's looking for. Don't think there's any ball over there, which does mean you can't really have a football game until there is a ball. I think maybe one of the Stocksbridge fans has nicked it and now has returned it. I do think that's one of our fans. Is it who I think it is? As it's just Stockbridge have got the ball back, but not belong to Rawson, who looks to turn well, tries to let loose around, but it's a bit too overhit, and it's cleared out again for another Stocksbridge throw. Stocksbridge probably having their best period of the game so far, but it's taking advantage of that period and getting the goal, which Stockbridge haven't been able to do over the season really as a whole. That's why Seals are towards the bottom of the table. Rawson tries to head on. I think goes to Poole on the right. Back it goes to the right, and Mr. Pass, it goes in the middle. Rawson on the edge of the box, trying to find a man on the right, but his pass is blocked and cleared away. And now Penistone are going to try and launch a counter-attack. It's a lovely pass into the middle. Here come Penistone. They're trying to find Keatley with the pass, and Goldman is going to be penalised for the foul there on Keatley. He got a bit of a. I've already got the ball and the man, in all honesty, but it will be a yellow card for Jack Dolman and a free kick in a dangerous spot for Penistone. 30 minutes gone. So back Barnett, who is a free kick specialist, Jordan Barnett, has scored a few of them over his career. Scored this season. He would love to open his account now. Someone who has came through the Penistone youth system before going professional, played for Yeovil Town. Now a big opportunity to try and put Penistone ahead. Townsend trying to make sure his wall is in the best position possible. It's a really dangerous moment. 5-man wall. Jordan Barnett, the only man over it. Here on the right-hand side of the box. He's going to hit this left-footed. Here it comes, left-footed. Takes a shot. I did a lot of build-up for that. It wasn't really worth it. Because it's hit the put. Well, it's hit one of the hospitality buildings over on the far end of the pitch.
He scored it same kick though, isn't it? That's how it goes, isn't it?
So back it is with Townsend now. Let off for Stocksbridge on that occasion. Ball going long, looking for Goodwin, but man over the top of him goes through to Rawson, but then robbed of the ball before he can break through. Ambler will clear it upfield. Lemon looks to track it, can only hit it backwards. Oh, goes to Oakley, then back to Lemon, who steers it forward, then goes to Penistone to return it back. Brown will try and chase on left wing, but it's going to go out to play for. It can be tried down. Will be a throw in for Stocksbridge on that right hand side. Down the right side, throwing down line, looking for Rawson, headed up into looking for the midfield, but then cleared away by Hillsbrook. Penistone have it back and now, and they will look for the pass on the right wing. Keatley's looking to have the beating for Oglesby. He does. Drills cross in, but is blocked by Oglesby, and that turns a dangerous cross into a dribble and into the arms of Townsend. Long ball forward from Townsend. Looking for the runner, Watson, actually. Watson, if he can hold it down, could be dangerous here. He does. He stumbles a bit as he does it, and he's forced backwards, but really well took down by Watson in the end. Ball put into the box, defended at the near post by Johnson, who will then clear it away, but only to Hogg, who tries to touch it right back onto the left-hand side. Dolman fighting for it. It's bouncing up into the air. Then back it goes to Hogg, who knocks it forward. No one there for it. Going to be a goal kick. 32 minutes gone in this game. Remains 0-0. Ambler will head over to take this now. Long ball forward from Ambler. Goodwin will get the header onto it, but it's only back to Kelly, puts it on your field and spread out to Keatley on the right hand side. And that's Kelly who tries to knock it forward, but Lemon intercepts it, knocks it along and could find Watson here. He's racing onto it. He does get it, Watson, just before it goes out. He has to come back here. He's fighting with his man and he's trying to turn him inside out at the moment. Instead, he takes past to Turner. Turner takes a shot and it loops and then almost dropped by Ambler. It's been gone loose and Stockbridge not onto it before it goes loose, but have it in midfield now. Ambler with some poor keeping at that point and back with Tinker on the right hand side and actually pull putting in the post into the box and play in the middle. Rawson controls, blocked. Upton Penistone not cleared it yet. Turner here looking for space. Turner tries to drill it, blocked again. Rawson really should have finished that one. Left foot across in, easily claimed by Ambler. Stocksbridge should probably be ahead with that one. Bit his chance of the game, and Ambler almost found Brown with a great one. Lemons cut that out, and it's going to be in midfield battle here. Goes back now to Hillsbrook and Penistone try and find Brown, unless they do find him. Good pass. Stocksbridge need to get back as Penistone bring numbers forward with Brown, the second highest scorer for Penistone this season, trying to cut into the box. His cross is blocked and it almost falls to Ukili, but then it's cleared away and Stockbridge trying to just fully get away. They do now, and It's just going to go back now. Stafford, he's going to try and return it to left wing, but it's overhit and headed away again. Roxon holds it up. Back to Goodwin and knocks it forward. Watson in a centre forward role looks to turn and he's laid a great pass off left. And Dolman is going to race onto it on the left hand side. Dolman with a lot of space here on the left. He has his pick of options of what he wants to do with it, but I think he just slowed it down a bit too much there. Took too long and allowed Penistone's defence to get back. Tries to get to Turner who overhits his touch and it goes out. But then Penistone tried to clear it off, and then it blocked by their own man and out for a corner kick. Third corner of the game for Stocksbridge, and it comes from the left wing this time. The first one from this left-hand side. If Penistone concedes from this corner, they are going to be very upset because it is shoot. They have shot themselves in the foot giving away this corner. Stocksbridge send players like Ross Goodwin and Charlie Oglesby up. I know the last two corner deliveries have been quite poor from Poole so far, so much improved hopefully with the in swinger. Here it comes, and over the top of everyone and knocked away at the last. Turner's trying to be the first man onto it, but Penistone are. They get it to Ryan. Ryan is trying to get past, but he's going to leave it to Barnett, who's overlapping him over on the left wing. Trying to knock it forward, looking here into the middle, and Penistone coming forward, trying to put it in the middle. It's some great passing from Penistone, and then they get it back to the left. Put the cross in. It's a high cross, and Turner's back to defend it well, and then cleared away. But Penistone's the only one ready to kick that clear, and Stocksbridge have left that midfield quite empty. Loop ball in. Dolman can only hit it back into the middle. Ryan able to control it, but Turner in with a tackle. Back it goes with Kaduri, though. This is not over for Penistone's attack yet. Here, left-footed ball into the box. Dolman, good head away. Turner flicks it on, but it will be back with Penistone. Big pressure from them at the moment, but Turner attacks it, ends that pressure, and then he's going to try and find Watson, but pass is just behind him, so it's not going to be the most helpful one, but he does get it, and he's going to start racing into the middle, past one sliding challenge. He's dragged around a bit, looking for the pass, but it's a poor one, and he won't get the free kick either for the shirt pulling. I think the advantage went before. 36 minutes to go on, remains 0-0. With Harry Ambler now for a goal kick. No, still waiting. Goal here. Both teams are throwing numbers forward when they can. Goodwin can only not hit it backwards. Ryan has won that physical battle. Oglesby for Oglesby can just get somewhat of a foot on a clear away. Goes back to Watson, who's on the right wing at the moment. Switched with Poole into the middle looking for Hogg, but he's going to be covered by Johnson, and then a bit of a coming together between the two players, but nothing even back in Stocksbridge, who hit back to Turner, who will look to move it over to the left-hand side of the pitch. Good pass finding Poole at the moment. Back now it goes to Turner. Turner, right-footed, was trying to find the far post, headed away before he can get there. We'll go out for a throwing over on the right wing for Stocksbridge. Steele's pressing as they look to try and take the lead in this game. Rawson had a good chance that was blocked in the box. Even into Watson, and he's back. It goes to the right hand side, and ball goes in. It's blocked, and it's still in the box. Rawson gets it in the box, and he's put it back to goal. Looks to turn and shoot, but that is blocked, and Stocksbridge will get it back, looking for the shot towards goal. Almost at the near post. It took a deflection. Will be the fourth corner of the game for Stocksbridge. Maybe this is the one that might cause some damage. Here with Poole will continue to take the corners. Steele's being cheered on by this new chance of just the repeated yellows. Here comes a right-footed ball in low. One look for the near post. Flicked on, and then Ambler collects it low. That one almost paying off, just didn't have the right direction on it. Ambler's kick forward. That seems to be caught in the wind, but Keithley will get it anyway before Penistone. Well, I think their clearance forward has been blocked, but it has gone back to them. As it's just been caught over on the left-hand side. They're trying to play in the midfield, and it's just been a battle for every ball. Stocksbridge got it back, but then they're giving it right back. Into the midfield goes Penistone, having a bit of space open up from with Hurlsbrook. Back it now goes to Howes, and then over to the left-hand side to Brown, who looks quite dangerous so far. Into the midfield goes now to Hillsbrook, who will look to carry it forward, ball forward to Brown, and Tinker don't misses on his tackle. Brown will get around him now, looking for the cross in, blocked, and actually there's been a foul on a Stocksbridge player during that, and Tinker's gone down, and it will be a free kick to the Steels. 39 minutes gone, remains 0-0. I suppose we'll have a couple of minutes of added time on for this first half. With thanks to that injury to Jordan Katoria, which stopped play for at least 2 or 3 minutes by Michael. Waiting for Townsend to have the okay to send it long. Anthony Brown having a little talk to for the referee, but no chance of a card really for that. Here comes the ball forward from Townsend. Looking long, Rawson drops steep, but he can't get onto the header for it, and it's back in Penistone field. They've knocked it long, and Lemon will just boot that one away long. It's been baffling midfield, and it goes to Poole, who's back on the right wing now. It's been passed around in the midfield by Stocksbridge. They're looking for some space. They're not finding much. Turner's got a bit. Is it to Dolman here on the left? Dolman now will looking to cut inside. He's being followed all the way back to Turner. Turner will open his body up, and he wants to do a more long pass, but he has to give that to Odin now through to Rawson, who gives it back to Turner. Turner is deep at the moment. Finds Poole on the right wing, who wants the space to put a cross in. He's going to put it in, but it's blocked. It's caught on the edge of the box for Stocksbridge, who take a long-range effort, but it's over the bar, and I don't think that was ever really much risk of going in. I think Jack Tinker's still looking for his first Stocksbridge goal. Oh, since signing 2.5 years ago. Goal kick now for Ambler to take. 41 minutes gone. And Ambler, who's had, I think, a lot of goal kicks in this game so far, because Stocksbridge shooting has not been particularly accurate so far. Forward and back for Goodwin, who heads it forward, and into the midfield goes back now with Owen knocked it forward, and now Poole, Watson, trying to turn out, but he is tackled, and Penistone tries to turn to target. It's a good pass to find Ryan, but he's dispossessed, and back it was Dolman, who puts the pass forward, but it's just going to go back to Kaduri here. And Penistone will be happy with that all day long, as Johnson will just come and carry it forward, takes over the halfway line before his pass forward. It's intercepted, but Stockton kind of tackling themselves, still on the ball, thankfully. Poole tried to go in the middle, but referee got a bit in the way there, but then Stockbridge get the ball back, and both teams not passing, not the greatest in the game. Now they are trying it, as Stockbridge then again having their pass move. Had a few passes connected before intercepted, and it is now back with Poole and into the middle for Turner, but intercepted to go further, and then Keatley has got the ball, and Keatley looking forward, big ball forward, looking for Brown. If he can keep it in, it's going to be great. He can't keep it in. Throwing for Stocksbridge in their own defensive area. Tinker taking his time to go over and take this throw in. Just time with it here, and then a long ball forward and headed on by Goodwin. Watson's going to try and get onto it, though he should just tumble out of play. He does. Penistone will get the throw in back. Now, 43 minutes gone in this game, and 0-0 in a cagey cup affair. Billing at the moment. Barnett throws it forward, and then it's going to be Tinker who does boot it away, and Watson will look to be the first one onto it. And Watson is, he's got a race in Dolman in front of him. Instead, Watson's going to go on his own, cuts in the inside. His ball forward blocked back to Oglesby, who tries to get it Dolman, but it's just going to go out of play, and will be a throw in. Waited for a natural ball to be returned here, but it will eventually go to Owen Kelly, who will take this throw in. Throw forward here and go bounce through for Lemon. Could just, scissor kicks it into the air really, and then Poole heads it on Rawson, trying to get onto it. He can't do so. Johnson clears away, but only back into the Stocksbridge field where it's just one touch pass. Well, one touches that keep going to the opposition team. Turner has slowed it down a bit, and Now lay it off now for Poole, who carries the ball forward. Is there a twist at the end of this first half as Poole races forward, puts pass in, looking for Rawson, then intercepted, deflects into the box, and then Penistone clear. And Penistone look to see if they can turn this into counter-attack through Kieran Ryan, but Oglesby's won that physical battle. It's back with Hogu, then pass it over to Poole on the right, and there's going to be a stoppage here due to, I think it's Jack Watson, who's just, while he's up at his feet, I think he may have had someone connect with his face during that. It'll be 1 minute of added time in this first half. Well, there might be a bit more because that Kadori stoppage seemed to last for a while. Stocksbridge will get the drop ball here. And they're going to try and find Watson on the right wing with it. And he does evade a tackle quite well there. Watson going in, drills the ball in, goes through and then cleared away at the last by Stafford. Ryan is trying to be the one onto it. He flicks it over the top. And Keatley's looking to be on it, but then Dolman has that covered and will knock it out for point. Townsend is not happy. I think he wanted to pass back so he could boot it away. Ben Townsend, hence why he has had a bit of a talk, giving Dolman a bit of a talking to after that. As Stock tried to press United guns out of play 8 for another Penistone throw-in. Referee had actually given it a Stocksbridge throw initially, but no, it was Penistone's. In fairness, we are biased on the truth, but we can't just straight up lie. We do try sometimes though. Kelly will throw it here to Ryan. Ryan puts it back into midfield to Howes. Howes gets it back into middle to Kadori, who left-footed will look to switch play, but drop. Bull doesn't deal with that particularly well, and Barnett will do it, but then Barnett's pass goes into the box. Back out it goes to Kadori. Kadori takes a touch, put into the middle, and stops trying to defend as all they can, and eventually the tackle goes in, but then they've lost it. It's just got caught under the feet, inviting the pressure on at the moment. So we just need to clear it, really, but Penistone going through, and that is a dive and a half from Anthony Brown. Brown went down about 10 seconds after the tackle went in all, and I think the only foul that was going to be given for that was against Penistone, but nothing given in the end. Saw the tackle go in, and then Brown seemed to just go down immediately afterwards. He's actually quite lucky there not to get a booking. Does give one to the Premier League fans who, as the wind just blows the ball away from Townsend's goal kick spot. Long ball forward from Townsend, and going to go over the top of everyone. Rawson trying to get on the end of it. Rawson does get a touch, tries to knock it over Ambler. He can't do so. It's a big miss from Rawson. That's the end of the half. That's how the half will end, with the biggest chance of the game. Townsend's boot forward, almost falling right for Rawson. He tries to lob the keeper. It doesn't work, but it will remain 0-0 here between Penistone Church and Stocksbridge Park Steels. We will see you in 15 minutes.
7-4.
Hello and welcome back to the Memorial Ground for the Sheffield Senior Cup semi-final commentary. Hey, the match is Penistone versus Stocksbridge Steels. It's 0-0 between them. A cagey first half with a couple of chances, chances for the end. Biggest one went to Luke Rawson in the end, but none taken. I'm your commentator, Adam Allcroft. We're sponsored by Jason Rawson, Carpet Fitter and Supplier. So it's a big second half. Somewhat just to let you know, if it ends goalless or as a draw at the end of the game, it will be a penalty shootout. There is no extra time. It's so much Stockbridge found out to their cost last year when they were knocked out by Maltby Main in the quarter-finals. Thomas Poole standing over the ball, and he gets the game underway in these yellow shirt, blue shorts, and blue socks, kicking from left to right, while Penistone Church in the black and white striped shirt, black shorts, and black socks, kicking from right to left. The Stocksbridge team is as far as it's Harry Amblett in goal, then it's Owen Kelly, Jordan Barnett, Jordan Kaduri, Ryan Johnson, James Stafford, Danny Howes, Leon Hillsbrook, Nathan Keatley, Kieran Ryan, and Anthony Brown. Their bench is Wayne Hughes, Lennon O'Grady, Josh Brown, Tom Brennan, and Chris Snape. Watson just fighting for the ball here, but Penistone able to clear away from him. Stocksbridge Park Steels have got Ben Townsend in goal, then Jack Dolman, who's booked in the first half, Jack Tinker, Luke Hogg, Charlie Oglesby, Jordan Lemon, Curtis Turner, Ross Goodwin, Luke Rawson, Thomas Poole, and Jack Watson. So their bench is Bailey Baker, Harry Garman, Alex O'Connor, Tommy Marshall, and Oliver Novak. No changes for either team at the break, as Penistone just have a free kick in halfway into their own half. Ambler just had to put it down on the ground. We will be getting it underway. And there he goes, right footed, trying to get it over to the left-hand side. Lemon can only head it behind him. Penistone not trying to knock it into a danger there. It's over on the wing now. It's going to end up going out of play there. We're throwing to Penistone. 47 minutes in this game. It's 0-0 here. So we're just trying to move out to the way.
You're right now.
Is your wife still working?
Sorry, we're back. Sorry about that delay there. We are back going in there. We just delayed people who get to their seats here.
Fine.
In the middle of Penistone just trying to get on the attack, but intercepted back by Oglesby. Rawson trying to chase it on the right wing, but intercepted. Rawson might get onto the end of it. Ambler's coming out. Has to just rose head that one. It's out for a throw right in front of us here. Throwing for Stocksbridge in an attacking position now. Jack Tinker coming over to take it. I think Craig Oglesby's come on, Steels. Let's get it done in 90 minutes. To nearly start for Somerset in the morning. Well, no extra time, so it won't be too long a delay. Tinker going to Rawson in the box. Control the Feels ground ball. Has come off his upper arm there. Bit of a waste of an attacking opportunity for the Steels. 48 minutes gone, 0-0 here. Leeds have equalised in their FA Cup match. Fernandez has scored again. Ambler looks to take this free kick. Taken long here and headed away into midfield. Turner tries to get a knocked away, but it's just going to go back for Johnson to take it to feet and get it out to the right to Kelly. That's to chase it down, stop it going in. Watson gets a tackle in on him, will go out for Penistone's throw, but some trouble in Penistone's defence. That pass was a bit loose for him, and Kelly had to just fight to keep it in and almost got tackled out for Watson to be able to tear onto his own attack. Throwing for Penistone here on the right hand side. Kelly throw it in, and but it will be set to Watson trying to lay Rawson off on the left wing. Rawson got a beating of his man on the left wing. Needs some choices in the middle. Poole has now finally come in. Rawson does well to touch out his man, puts the cross in, looking for Goodwin, but cleared away in the 6-yard box. Hogg tries to win the midfield battle, but well won out by Hillsbrook, and Penistone will try and launch their own attack for Anthony Brown, but Tinker Foley had that red, but it was tackled by Brown, and then A big midfield by Brown carrying on with it. It's great physical work from Brown, though. He's in an unfamiliar position and didn't really know what to do with it afterwards, but he does get it eventually to Howes, who tries to put onto the left-hand side. Now it's Ryan trying to cause some problems. He's been held a bit, but it managed to get away to Howes. Tried to slip through in the middle, but then Stocksbridge clear, but only back to Howes. And now it's with Kadori. Kadori then tackled, but still Howes knocked it forward, but only back to Goodwin, who sliced it up into the air. It's only going to end up, well, Battle Hogg managed to get a touch on there before it goes back to Dolman, who clearly forward. He gets caught in the air a lot. The wind, we're not really feeling it that much in the stand, but it's playing its impact on this game. Howes tries to knock forward, but Stockbridge tackle well, and then it's going to go all the way back to Townsend, who takes a touch and will send it along the field. No one's going to challenge for it. Instead, Stafford will go to Booty. Well, he was looking for someone on the left wing. No one was on the left wing. It's out for a steals throw. Right, it's currently just with Tinker to take this throw in, who's in the slightly unusual position of right back today. Charlesworth cut the normal right back cup tied as battered and goes to turn and knocks long for Watson to try and chase. Watson, quick ace with Kelly. Watson takes to his feet and Kelly tracking him. He's got some options, Watson, but continues to go by himself and like plays it back now for Turner. Turner takes shot, drill, blocked. Gonna go back for Hogg, who takes a shot that's always rising and almost ends up in the refreshments. I thought that almost actually fell right through the window there. Would have been shot for the people there who were just trying to cook their burgers. Ambler will have it back for the goal kick. Hogg just didn't over the ball enough for that one. It was always rising. Long ball forward from Ambler, headed on by Brown. It's fun for Tinker for Lemon, boots away, goes to too far away from Watson. Penistone throw in about 5 or 8 yards into the Stocksbridge half. Sorry, it's with Kelly, who tries to throw it down, he caught midfield and then just knocked down again. Stocksbridge throw in this time. Penistone just not able to hold on to possession at that point, as the man who is cup tied, Tom Charlesworth, just walked past us, obviously been assisting on the bench today. Former Penistone right back, Mac, who's very familiar with everyone here, some of the fans here as it was being passed as the throw immediately goes out of play again. They stop throwing. This time it's Penistone throwing their own half. It's just got caught up a bit there. 53 minutes gone. Remains 0-0. No real chances yet in this second half. Falling down, headed away by pulled up to Watson, who back to Dolman, who tries to knock it forward, and then it was Watson trying to get past a couple of people, but in the end he just dribbles it out to play and will be back to be a Penistone throw. Guess we've got this succession of throw-ins at the moment. That's just slowing the game down quite a bit. Back with Kelly to take the throw. Long throw down the field, head away by Stocksbridge. Watson tries to stop these together, but it's well won by Howes, goes out play. This time it's a Stocksbridge throw. It's just one throw into Penistone, one throw into Stocksbridge, one throw into Penistone, and forever and forevermore at the moment. Thrown down by Dalton off the back of Ross and booted away by Penistone. Ryan's going to try and fight through, heads it on. It's just going to bounce comfortably back to Townsend. At the very least, it didn't end up in a throw-in. And now it's back with the former Handsworth goalkeeper, who's looking for success in this competition. He never got the chance as captain of Handsworth to lift it. Ball looks for Rawson, who heads it on, but he's going to be really good and he's fighting for it. And he does find Poole. He's good physical work from Goodwin. Poole takes a shot, he slices a bit, slips, it goes over. Ambler juggles it. It's not the most comfortable goalkeeping, but he is able to clear it before Watson can drag it away from him. He's looking to find Brown quickly. And Brown does with eyes higher than Dolman, but Lemon able to touch it away. Dolman's going to try and keep it in. He can't do so, and it will be a throw into Penistone. Yes. I think that pitch is a bit slickerer than it looks as well. Poole was slipping as he took the shot, but he didn't get a clean connection onto it. And go down to Brown. And he's trying to create some space here. He's a good physical player. The second high score, and he has earned a corner kick for Penistone. First of the second half. The Steel's after then, Jordan. This one well. Penistone have sent plenty of people. They do have quite a few outside the box as well, and three back in defence to prevent against counter attacks. That includes Kadori and Howe, they're shorter players. Ball looking for the far post here. Tried to be headed back into the 6-yard area, but is off target. The header goes out for a goal kick. Townsend will be happy to get the ball back. Takes it short and out quickly towards Dolman, who will carry it forward. Tries to put it into the middle, but it's blocked and out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Over on the place where that seemingly never-ending throw-in started. Dolman will throw it longward for us, but intercepted, head up into the air. It's a bit of an aerial battle at the moment before Penistone get it to ground, but then lose it to Hogg, and then Dolman tries to find Watson. Can Watson just get to the ball first? He can't. Ambler there. Almost let through. Oglesby heads it away into midfield. Penistone just slice it a bit, trying to get onto it, but Howe's able to do well, and he gets it to Brown, who keeps it in just on the edge of the left-hand side here. Back into the middle. Howe's one touch tries to get the pass through, but Lemon intercepts. Lemon's going to carry it forward, and Lemon's going to find Turner quite well in some space, and he's going to carry it forward. The former Penistone man finds Watson well on the left wing, just loses track of the ball a bit. Watson continues with it now, then lose track of it again. It's going to go out now for a throw-in for Stocksbridge right next to the corner flag. Looks like Dolman has actually switched to the right back role now. Tinker on the left back, and Tinker's the one taking this throw-in. Tries to throw it to get it into the box, but header away before it can get to Rawson, who was his intended target. Big clearance away. Hogg will try to head it back, but then headed right back by Kadori. Looks like we're just gonna Lemon's gonna be the one to just follow it back, and then right foot attempts it ball looking for Watson. Poor ball forward in the end. Feels offside was a close one. I'm sure VAR would have reviewed it and found that something was offside. And it will be a throw in to Penistone. 57 minutes gone. Remains 0-0 in a cagey affair. See Ashley Wood saying, come on, Church. If you're a Penistone fan listening to this, we are completely biased. And we are pretty much a meal. We are on the Stocksbridge Parkfield official account, after all. As Lemon heads that one away, looking for Ross, who tries to flick it over his head, but it's knocked away from him. Goes to Turner, trying to cut out, and then trying to spin out of trouble, but he's getting challenged and being pressed back to Dominic knocked over, and Watson is offside, made by a decent margin, and the flag will go up. Also, we'll need to watch his line a bit more carefully. It's now back with Ambler to take this free kick. So it's taking his time with it, Harry Ambler, before right-footed ball forward. We'll get somewhat a touch onto it, but it's only going to go back to Howes, who looks to find the right wing. It's well held out. Keeley actually can't get his touch onto it, well, it goes out for a goal kick. Neither side looking particularly great in attack at the moment. As Townsend comes over to take the goal kick now. Townsend's getting a bit of a jeering from some of the fans behind him. But I think he tends to enjoy that sort of thing, so right for the ball forward from him. It's going to be headed for by Hounds, but then Dolman doesn't get a great touch onto it, but still gets it through to Watson, who's forced backwards. And then he's almost at centre-back now, and he almost tackled, and in the end it goes to Tinker, and Tinker back at right back, goes to Goodwin, who gets it caught under his feet, tries to knock it off Penistone's man, and he does. It will be a throw-in for the Steels. Tinker going out to take it. Tinker throwing it to Watson, who's found some space coming deep, but then the tackle goes in, but he still gets through. Spool gets it back to Turner, who don't think quite expected it. Turner tries to find the pass, blocked. Turner goes back to Turner, who puts it sideways now. Over to the left, now to Rawson here, who's come left, put it on the inside, and then they take a loft shot, but it's easy for Ambler, who collects it at his near post. Taking his time with it, the goalkeeper, as we cross the hour mark. 30 minutes to go, but with the potential of penalties. And at the moment, we are heading to the ultimate lottery. As Ambler sends it long, ground knocked into midfield, then left footed ball over the top. The caught down is going to go out for a goal kick. So Townsend gets another chance to get the ball away, but then we have got a player down at the moment. Sam Ewins on his final day working for Stocksbridge will get some work to do. But just as I was looking to try and see which Stocksbridge player it is, Anthony Brown and Owl has gone down just in front of him. And Penistone's physio will head on. So we've just got a bit of a delay in play as this treatment tackles here. So continue with the treatment here is 0-0. It has been a bit of a cagey game at times. It's not been many clear-cut chances, despite Stocksbridge, obviously, the team have had a good defence over the last few weeks, several clean sheets, including one on Saturday against Belper. It's Penistone really surprising how good they have been defensively, though I have been told in the comments that they have got one of the highest clean sheet records in the Northern Counties League. It's a record over the last few games, which you'd have expected as not being the greatest, but so where are you seeing for? So Stocksbridge player is back up and going, but Anthony Brown continuing to need help. I think it would be a big loss for Penistone if he go off. He's second highest scorer for Penistone this year, behind Keatley. He's had 18 goals. He's surely hit the 20 mark, and he definitely won't want to have to go off in this match. So he is back to his feet. He will have to head off or he can return. And eventually Townsend will get his chance to restart play. As Townsend's getting the classic jeering as he gets his run up right, and he's going to take it short to Lemon, who then takes it, and then he's going to look for Watson on the right hand side. He's looking to turn away from the tackle, but the tackle gets in anyway. Will be a throw in on the halfway line for Stocksbridge. So it's back on the right hand side. Right hand side is with Lemon, who's actually going to take the throw in. Lemon throwing it down the line and head over to Poole, who has been hauled away, finds Watson. Watson's got two men round him, but he's doubled back a bit, though he has to slow things down again and trying to get back down the line and can't do so. He's got tackled and nothing is given for that. I don't think there was enough contact for that. Ball's clears to Hogg, who distributes it back to Tinker. Tinker in the middle to Goodwin, trying to get the fine end. Goodwin not too far off hitting me on that occasion, but which, considering some of the things I've said to him in the past, probably would be deserved. Throw into Penistone here, right in front of us with Barnett. With the linesman as well, giving top pursuit as Barnett throws down the field, but it's Turner heads it back, but then Stafford just returns it into midfield, falls well for Howes, who tries to knock it forward to Ryan, the big, strong striker. And then one back and over the top looking for Brown, but it's just going to be marshalled out to play and back for a throw into Stocksbridge. 64 minutes gone, remains 0-0. So back with Townsend now, who will look to take this goal kick. Neither team really have created much of note in this second half. Defenders winning the battle on every occasion. Ball long. Goodwin tries to win onto it, and he does get a touch, and Goodwin knocks it over the top. Watson's going to try and beat Barnett to a race, but Barnett gets first touch back to Ambler, who sends that one long. It goes to Lemon, who takes a good touch, tries to get it all the way through. Watson was offside, so he couldn't do anything with it, but so it's back in Ambler's arms now. all out in front of Adler. Right footed, but looking for Goodwin, but over the top of him goes to Lemon, who just slices it back to Brown on the left. Then back to House, who takes a touch left footed and trying to get the ball forward, but it's going to go out. I think Penistone may have just kicked in, they haven't. But it is going to go out for a throw into Stocksbridge, right? Right close to that corner flag. Penistone will be looking to pen the Steels in this position. And goes out, and Stockbridge just trying to get away, and they do. Big long ball forward. We're also trying to get an end of it. Ambler's way out to his goal. And in the end, Ambler can only knock it out to play. Tinker coming up to take this throw in. Steel's just looking to do all they can to try and prevent this kind of penalties. There's 2 balls on the pitch, so it's just slightly later. I think just a bit, one of the Penistone coaching staff just a bit too keen to get the game back underway. Now, but the referee now having a chat with the Penistone coach staff over that, but we will get the game back underway in a minute. Tinker ball going down, and then all the way to Watson, but bounces away from him. Kadori gets it away. Hog big header forward, but then back away. Goodwin tries to slice it. It's going to just about go out, and then it's going to be Stocksbridge's throw. Penistone claiming it came off Watson last. It was very close to touching him at the very least. As Tinker comes up to take this throw in. Trying to find Poole, who turns away from his man well, but then slips and then turns well and lays it off for Tinker. Can Tinker get on the end of it? Does. Drills across to the near post. No one's there, but Tinker's taken out by Jordan Barnett, and Barnett will get booked for that. The yellow card already out of the referee's hands, and he will get a booking. Barnett's not particularly happy with that decision, but I didn't actually see the tackle going because it was quite so late that I was watching the ball get collected by Amber at the near post. And Poole has what is almost like a corner kick to try and deliver in, and this is, shoot you'd hope, would be prime for people like Luke Rawson and Ross Goodwin and Charlie Oglesby, the 3 big aerial targets in the box. So Penistone do have a big team themselves. Stockbridge keeping a lot of people back as well, interestingly. I think after some of the Penistone counter-attacks in the first half almost worked out. Poole looking for that far post. Goes to Watson, drilled header, but straight at Ambler. It's actually the shortest man in the box who's got the header in the end, and Ambler is looking for that counter-attack immediately, looking for Brown, and Brown just trying to keep it in. He does do it right at the corner flag. It's really good work from him. And in the end, he earns a throwing for the home side. 68 minutes gone, remains 0-0. So Penistone immediately turned that back into an attack. We see that sort of routine from that free kick from Poole was a bit of a routine to try and get Poole to get Watson free, but Watson just wasn't able to get the direction on the header really, and there wasn't much power on it either. Penistone tried to throw it into the box of Brown, who does head it on well, but it's headed away from Kadori for get onto it. Heatley gathers it here on the right wing, got some options and tries to get it back to Andre Kelly. Kelly has to go back to get it, then gets it back and space open up. Shot goes in and it's high, and I think it's over the net. That's meant to stop it from going into next door. Means the Penistone official has to go over and apologetically ask for the ball back. Townsend will look to take this. Okay, so to get your mobile strings here, I will up our volume a bit just in case that will help you out. As Townsend's goal kick went straight out for a throw-in inside Penistone, just inside Penistone's half. Though by the time Kelly stops, I think it'll be in Stockbridge's half. That's correct. Stockbridge throwing goes down the line and bounce out and Stockbridge turn again. It's lots of runs from Steele's attackers. Might find Watson, big header away before it can find it, but goes to Poole, who tried to find Rawson, but in the end it's cleared off Poole, and it will be a throw into Penistone in their own half. Not the most thrilling game, I think, as Ian Sutton was suggesting in the comments. I think it was a league game and it wasn't a rivalry match. I think we suggested it's a bit of a bore. Throwing down the line, headed on, but back for Lemon, who will just knock that one into the air. forward into defence, but this time it's Tinker who boots it away, only for Staff to return it, but then Goodwin heads it back, but it just goes back to the other centre back, Johnson, who tries to left hand side. Ryan has come back deep to get it. He's got Tinker's following him and forced him into his own half, and Tinker's blocked that forward and then got the ball back at the second attempt as well. Poole's launching. Poole's going to try and find the run of Watson, intercepted by Barnett's header though, and Watson's almost tapped Johnson, and back it goes to Barnett. I think irritating Barnett might be the way to go, and now he's already on the booking, and he eventually right-footed sends it forward, and Brown heads on, but beyond everyone, Oglesby will allow that to go back to Townsend. 70 minutes gone, just 20 minutes to go before the potential of penalty kicks. I think the neutrals here, after what has not been a thrilling game, will be wanting it. Whereas I don't think anyone wants to lose that way in a semi-final of all things. Ball goes to the left here to Dolman, who goes forward. Tries to get forward, and it's trying to be a spin round from the attacker, but it's up to it. And then what was meant to be a pass back to the keeper ends up being a corner. Stocksbridge have an opportunity here. Nathan Helliwell, manager of Gould. Bailey Baker has not come on yet. There has not been a single substitute yet in this game. Nathan obviously checking on Bailey, who is also dual registered with Gould at the moment, has come back for this game. Lofted ball looking to get the 6-yard area. Kaduri is the one who heads it away, then headed on, but Oglesby will be the first to it. He's going to try and march it and go out, and a bit of a coming together between the two, and it'll be a free kick Penistone's way, which Charlie looked a bit confused by. To be honest, I thought that was a bit of just a coming together between two players and not a foul either way, but has been judged Penistone's way. Barnett boots that forward, and he goes go right into the box. Townsend has to head it away. He's going to fight for it. He goes down under the challenge, and does Penistone think they might have an opportunity because no free kick was given? It's Dolman who carries it away. Dolman is out to Turner here on the left-hand side. Carries on the left. Tries to find Rawson. Block back to Dolman, who puts into the middle here. Paul trying to find the middle. And the offside flag is up. That is a correct call as well. I think it was aimed at Dolman, who's coming down the left-hand side as well, who was onside, but yeah, Turner was there. He was offside by a margin, and it is. And as we say, there is going to be a substitute. Looks like it will be Penistone making the first change. As they look to throw the dice, and looks like it will be the number 14, Lennon O'Grady, coming on, Hurlsbrook coming off. O'Grady, a common feature coming off the bench for Penistone this season, and Stephen Lenfall looks to him to try and change his game and maybe be the match winner for the Church. Ambler prepared to take it. We get the kids that follow Stocksbridge around are trying to put him off as much as possible. Oglesby heads that one away. He's going to go out for a Penistone throw-in. It's just going to be over the right side. Kelly's going over to take this throw-in. Wait, any option to come forward for him, and eventually one does, and finds him, and then Stockbridge force it back in. And they'll find Kelly again on the right-hand side. Puts a low cross in and sliced away, not completely away yet. And Stockbridge fights to get away, but it's back in the midfield with the home side. They look to switch play, but it's over the top of Brown, and it will be a goal kick. That ends that attack. 74 minutes gone. Mains 0-0 here. And it's going to be another change for Penistone. This time it's Josh Brown coming on. I know it's actually Stockbridge changed that one, so it's Jack Watson coming off and Tommy Marshall replacing him. I'll be trying to find some extra bit of pace from the Chesterfield loanee. Actually, it's the exact same number change for Penistone, 15 on for 11. So that is Josh Brown coming on for Anthony Brown. Which means actually I don't have to change the team sheet on our YouTube stream because it's Brown on for Brown. Yeah, Penistone have the throw in about a few yards into the Steel's half on the right-hand side with Kelly. Tries to throw it down the field into the middle, and it's going to be going to run into a wall of Stocksbridge players, and eventually falls to Rawson, who's trying to find Poole with pass. It's blocked. Stocksbridge aren't finding it with any luck with these passes through the middle, but Tinker's just intercepted it. Tinker's got space to move into. He's got Marshall on the right. Tries to find Marshall. It's a poor pass from Tinker, and it's beyond him, and we'll be up for a throw-in. Throwing for Barnett to take in front of us here in the Stocksbridge commentary position. Barnett's looking for someone as an option, including Danny House. I think that's who he's wanting. He's called Danny House sooner, and House does get him back to Barnett and comes off Marshall with that ball forward, but then Tinker will head it back looking for Poole, but headed away by Stafford. Mackett goes now for Hogg, and Hogg will look to turn back. Now it goes to Oglesby, controls it, and then left foot ball. We're looking for the left wing, and crossing the turn, trying to fall, it's bouncing awkwardly, but falls to Kaduri in the end, who is able to clear that away. He's just going to follow that as it bounces out. It's going to end up going really far down the line. I don't think that's even gone out yet. Has done eventually, throwing to Stocksbridge. The more and more this game ticks on with few chances, the more and more you do think this is going to end up in penalties. Chelsea, talk about that. Chelsea have avoided penalties, it seems, at Stamford Bridge. In the last minute, they are leading 3-2 through Conor Gallagher. That's against Leeds United. Header goes forward, and Stockbridge trying to get it caught in midfield, but then let's knock away into midfield. He goes forward to Ryan, who turns, and he's looking for Brown, but blocked before he can get to him. And it's a pull back pass, almost being a great pass of Penistone. Townsend just has to rose edit, and Townsend doesn't look particularly happy. That almost cost Stocksbridge. 77 minutes, still 0-0. Despite a suicide of a pass. On the right side, blocked, and it's going to just be within Penistone's midfield now. Well, there's Wickhouse trying to switch it to Barnett, who's come really well forward. Going to try and keep that in, and in the end, I think he's just tried to knock it out to be a throw-in rather than a goal kick, but I don't think he's managed that. It will be a goal kick. Certainly not the last two times. Stocksbridge and Penistone faced off twice in this competition before. Stocksbridge have won both times, 5-1 and 3-1. Andy Ring on the score sheet in both occasions, who then would obviously become a player here and assistant manager later on in his career. That was right at the start of Penistone's journey into turning into these very, very capable man, can't say. On ball forward here, calls to Marshall really well on the right hand side. He's just tucking him a bit wide, stuck into the corner flag here. Tries to put the ball in, but it's blocked for it to go. Ball to Poole. Poole just closing down. I think it will be a Penistone throw in, and his correct decision. It is a Penistone throw because it came up Poole last. Just like that quality ball in, really. Barnett will come up to take this throw in. Long for forward. It's a decent margin away from where it went out, but well, fullbacks, if they can get away with it, will do it. Turner just trying to get the ball over, gets it to Hogg, and he looks to switch play over to the left hand side here. Going forward, and then just caught under his feet. It's for Dorman, then back it goes to Turner, and then back it goes for Hogg. Hogg will look to drill pass. It's a beautiful pass for Tinko. He has it between his feet, and looking for a foul is Keatley, and Tinker gets a footing on the ball there, and Keatley is in his own corner flag, and I think he's going to end up having to pass it to his keeper. He does, who then just finds Barnett. It's really good actual sweeper keeper role in there before Hogg then instead and back it now goes to Townsend. Townsend taking the touch here before sending one forward. No one really there for it. Poole's going to press for it, but it's headed away from him. But back to Goodwin, who goes up to Hogg, who chests it down. He's forced backwards, though. Back to Hogg, and in a bit of an awkward position here, but back Tinker, who has it in a better position. His ball forward blocked out for a throw-in. Tinker with a throw-in here. Tinker throw-in looking for Goodwin, but Barnett can only head it backwards, and then out it goes for another throw-in. It's Stafford, a massive centre-back, who thought, hey, Prone goes quick to Turner, who's pushing the back immediately. He's fighting for Turner, trying to keep it in. Lays off a Tinker. Tinker left footed, putting the ball in, and It's going to bounce a bit awkwardly, I think. Maybe if someone had gambled on it, Stockbridge could have got onto that, but in the end, Ambler is able to get away. Ambler gets very close to the edge of his penalty box, I noticed, when he kicks the ball away. Out for a throw in now, Penistone, just about 10 yards into the Penistone half. Right into the middle, and Kadori takes a shot, and it's always going wide. He thought he was going to be the hero for a second there, but he just didn't get the direction of the shot. He was always killing well wide of the top right corner. I do wonder if Stock. It'd be interesting to see if Ian decides to make any more changes. If he might bring on players like Ollie Novak or Alex O'Connor to bring more attacking impetus, or if he might want to take Dolman off while he's on the looking for Bailey Baker. As well, bounce out with a Stocksbridge throw in just inside, about 15 yards inside the Steel's half. Going down the line, looking in, but Penistone will just clear it away. Hogg will do it, bounce around it like pinball field before falling to Turner, who evades the tackle, but he's going to carry on with it quite well. Carries on with Turner before big boot away, and it will actually fall well for Penistone, and it's opened up a bit here. From goes to Brown on the left, who then immediately gets tackled, and then he's hooked the Tinker as he's trying to get back to his hole down. It will be a free kick. Free kick to Stocksbridge. House. All the way on the right side in their own half. Yeah, right ball forward, and it's quite low, and in the end, it's just going to bounce through everyone and go to Ambler. Game that's not been very high on quality, and I think that ball did kind of typify it as Ambler to the forward. Penistone chucking a lot of men forward now, and that one also is going to just bounce awkwardly forward and then go out for a goal kick. I think both goalkeepers have decided they're going to play this game themselves, I think. 81 minutes gone, it's 0-0. 9 minutes plus whatever added time we get until penalty kicks. And every heart will be dropping in this stadium. Townsend, ball forward, gets caught a bit in the wind there, and Marshall's having to come back deep to fight for it. Penistone have won that fight, and Brown trying to put the ball forward, but Lemon's in to block it, and we'll go out here to the left-hand side. It'll be out for a Penistone throw-in. Only there, but Marshall has intercepted, and eventually Stokes try to clear it, get caught in midfield, and then actually Penistone just boots it out for. Wait, I say throw it. Must have come off the Stokes run last. It is a throw into the church. Barnett up to take it again and see if any opportunity can be created in what's not been the greatest game so far. Well, it has been at all, really. Barnett going in, but tackle goes in, and it's going to go now back to Townsend. Townsend throws out quickly to Dolman, who is trying to from forward with it. Ball going forward to Poole, who is now trying to find the runner Rawson. Got good pass to Rawson. Rawson has to just go back to collect it. Rawson trying to put it in the space. Takes a shot. It's a powerful shot, but it's well blocked. That definitely had the power if it was on target. Back with Oglesby, who will spread it back out to the left-hand side. Then back it goes to Oglesby. Taking the touch, taking his time, and she will send one long looking for Watson. He's offside again, with frustrating. Watson just not Watson. He's offside. I think it's Curtis Turner. Actually, rare to see him offside, but it's twice Curtis Turner's been caught offside today. Back now with Ambler for a free kick. 84 minutes gone. So with Ambler now for this free kick after the offside. Ball forward. Headed away by Hogg, and then Dolman will further head it forward, but it's just going to go out for a Penistone throw. Just take your time with Owen Kelly again. This is just I don't think it's lived up to a lot of the expectations that many people had for this game. It's just been quite tense and quite very chance-free as ball goes back to Ambler. Rawson will press, but Ambler kicks it away first time. It's very high, but it's caught out for it can go out, but then won back by Stocksbridge. Hit back to Goodwin, then into Hogg, who Ball opens up and he's going to look for the run of Tinker here, but should be read by Barnett. But Barnett's got placed it right to Tinker. Barnett took down Tinker there, and then Marshall puts a crossing, teasing cross, good header away. Rawson waiting at the far post. And for wonder, Barnett and Tinker are obviously, and Jordan Barnett's just tailing off, which he has to be careful of because he could end up with booking here. He's already on one. Could this Jordan Barnett getting a talking to from referee? And Danny Howes as well. I think maybe just a behaviour, because if he doesn't, he could end up with his second yellow. And I think Barnett would be down on the penalty taker list. Ball going in, looking near post, headed away, and back though for Hogg, who with his second touch tries to return it to right hand side. Poole got caught out. Poole's complained because he wanted the ball to feet, and yeah, Penistone have actually kept it in and cleared it out now to keep lead back in the middle, knocked over the top. Lemon will head it over, and it's just going to be out. Townsend has to rush out, but the offside flag is up anyway. 86 minutes are gone now. It remains 0-0. Manchester United may have won their game in the last minute as well. Casemiro scored against Nottingham Forest. That's Townsend comes to take his free kick. And Stocksbridge, unlike a few other times, have really pressed forward. But Townsend's going to try and get it down the right wing, looking for Marshall. And then he can only chest it down, tries to get it back to Goodwin, but he's blocked off and Penistone have intercepted. Ryan trying to find Grady there, but Lemon gets it. Lemon's going to try and find the front of Rawson. He does. Rawson's got a good ball into the middle, but no one's there for it. Rawson would be the one normally in the middle for it, but Poole was trying to get in, trying to rush him, but no, in the end, it didn't matter how good the ball was. No, there's no one in the box to knock it in. It's not really going to do much. Back to Kelly now to take this throw in. Who's getting a bit of a yelling at by the Stocksbridge fans who don't want him going any further forward. Well, going for it and then flicked on by Penistone and back to Lemon, who will send it right back to Townsend. Takes his touch. And then his ball forward is going to really skew towards the wing. Marshall's going to try and keep it in. It ends up being Tinker knocked forward, no one there for it. And in the end, Stafford actually, with a bit more time than I think he suspected, kicks it out for a Stocksbridge throw. Liverpool are 2-0 up on Southampton. Dans, who's the son of former Crystal Palace, Dans. Wilson's going to look for Marshall on the wing. Marshall has kept it in, and then he hasn't kept it in. Going to be a goal kick. Jordan Barnett is a very angry man at the moment. And he's claiming handball on Luke Rawson. Barnett continued to complain about it. Linesman is telling him chest. I think Barnett's still getting. Barnett could get himself in the book if he's not careful, and he's already been booked once. Turner trying to find Poole as a poor pass, though, and intercepted by Kelly, who tries to put in midfield, and in the end, that's gone for every Penistone playing out for a Stocksbridge throw. With Tinker ball forward for Rawson, who head try and fight for it with Stafford, and Stafford will pass it back into defence, and Rawson got a bit of a foot onto the clearance, but it just goes out for a Penistone throw, and we'll keep them left back area for now. Barnett waiting for his options, but Marshall's going to try and block off Danny Howes from being able to do anything. In the end, Barnett will try and throw it down the line, but goes back to Hogg, trying to win that battle, but then he loses it. But then it's just be a big physical battle in midfield. To put towels on everyone, I think, and that's why the referee thinks let it go. Trying to get it out to Keatley, who just got cut in the inside, gets past one, and here comes the ball into the box, and it's going to just go wide from Penistone, and then before it can go out, sprint for a corner kick, it's a throw-in. I think in the end it fell to Josh Brown after Keatley did all the hard work, but got it past Townsend, but I think he was going wide, but I think he's gone out for a throw-in after that clearance. I think Tinker was tracking it as well. Penistone almost winning it right at the end. We're going to have 3 minutes added time. I think the referee wants penalties. I think it's not been a great game of football, I'll be honest. We do have some penalty stats for you coming up if we do make it that way. We definitely didn't rush that at half time when we thought it might go that way. Yeah, Penistone, I think, has been penalised for an offside, and so free kick taker Townsend's going to go away and head back into midfield where it's Hogg, but his ball forward has just been sliced, and Dolman just taking a touch and just trying to get it forward. It's been a bit of a physical battle, and it's Dolman who's lost it, and but he thought it was his, and then it will be back for Penistone, who are trying to rush things now. With Kelly for the throw-in. Kelly trying to throw it down, and ball being blocked on the edge of the area, and it's back with Stocksbridge, and now they will clear it away. It's going to go all the way to Rawson, who's trying to hold it up here. Turns well, one over the top now. Out for Poole. Poole trying to leap through. Can Stocksbridge get on the end of it? No, Penistone defended it really well. It's good, calm defending from Ryan Johnson, who then just knocks it forward to Kelly. Kelly, right for looking for the long ball here, but well dealt with by Tinker, who puts it into his field and goes all to Rawson, and it's just a bit clumsy in the attack, but it's going to fall to Turner. Turner's going forward. Turner carrying on. Late off the Poole, the offside flag is up. It's a few inches, but it's a few inches that matter on that occasion. And it's going to be a free kick to Penistone. And it looks like cramp might be setting it. And what will probably be Sam Ewan's last time doing physio work for Stocksbridge before he heads off to Sheffield Wednesday. He goes on to treat Jack Tinker. I'd say 1 minute and 10 seconds left of added time, plus whatever added on we have for the injury and injury time. Hallam are winning 1-0 in their game away at Eccleshill. As treatment continues here. I don't think we're going to see any tactical penalty substitutions in this last minute. And Tinker, who is limping off, that is a real concern, not for today, but for the future. So we might see Bailey Baker come on in a minute. I don't think Jack Tinker could be on the list to take a penalty, considering his scoring record. And it's actually going to be Alex O'Connor coming on for Jack Tinker, because I think Alex O'Connor is probably more likely to take a penalty. But at the moment, we've still got a bit of football left to play, and anything could happen. Long ball forward, head away by Poole, and racing onto it is Marshall, who tries to knock it forward, but it's just going to go back to Barnett, who feel flex around, then back to Marshall, who tries to forward. It's going to just go out and be a Penistone throw-in. We are past the 3 minutes at a time, but I suspect with that injury to Tinker, we are going to get a bit more extra time. Ball forward and hold down well by Brown. A tackle going in. Penistone breaking into the box. Feels for a penalty. Not given. It's going to be a corner kick instead for the home side. Is this where the drama happens, where Penistone claim it at the very end? That's what the dreams will be. That's what everyone of a Penistone disposition will do. And yes, Ian's to straight to penalties, but if it's good, but this might be it for Penistone. I'm surprised Stockbridge haven't brought everyone back for this, considering it's probably the last action. Ball goes in, cleared away by Stocksbridge, but it's just going to go to Kaduri. Drill shot from Kaduri, blocked at the edge of the box, and it's going to go clumsy, then blasted well over from inside the 6-yard area. Goal kick. Okay. That was the chance. That was the big one for Penistone. And the one who might be, depending on how penalties, we go to that in any time now, he might be thinking of quite a lot. Back with Townsend now. Ball forward from Townsend, and we won in the air by Howe. That's the middle. Penistone gate. We're still going on. As well as pills out, and will be a Stocksbridge throw-in. We are 4 minutes and 50 seconds into 3 minutes of added time. As it just got folded in the midfield to O'Connor, back to Dolman, who sends it long, and Marshall's trying to get on the end of it, but it is going to bounce out for a Penistone throw-in.
Okay, fed up now.
I'm just waiting for the referee's whistle now. Kelly, big throw down the line and head away by Stocksbridge. Will be another Penistone throw. There we go. We penalty kicks. It is after what has been a bit of a dull game. The place in the final of the Sheffield Senior Cup to face Worksop Town will be decided by the ultimate lottery. Penalty kicks. Stocksbridge got very familiar with penalty kicks last year. They had 4 of them every competition, but the FA Cup was decided by penalties. The last set was against Stockton Town, Stocksbridge losing 4-3 to have their playoff dream over. For Penistone, it's been a while for the Church since they were last involved in a penalty shootout. It was back in December 2020, in that little weird period when football came back between the various lockdowns, when they lost to, well, after drawing 1-1 with Longridge Town in the FA Vars second round. They lost 6-5 on penalties, and that was here at this ground, despite it technically being an away fixture. But obviously, Ian Richards was in charge of Penistone for that game. And earlier that season, Penistone did win a shootout 5-4 against Prestwich Hayes. So this is what does it take to win a shootout is the big question. Is it confidence? Is it skill? Is it a bit of both? It usually is the team that can hold their nerve rather than, because we have seen in every penalty shootout, whether you go to Sunday League shootouts, to the top of the Premier League and FA Cup finals, we have seen established penalty takers who can be relied upon all the time missing a shootout, and then someone who you'd never want to kick a ball usually score. I do always think of the shootout that England lost in the Euros final against Italy, where Harry Maguire stepped up. The entire country seemed to be incredibly angry about it until he smashed a camera up in the back of the net and was probably the best penalty taken here. I'm trying to think who will be taking penalties for both sides. I would Nathan Keatley and Kieran Ryan, you would think are sure things for Penistone Church, while obviously Thomas Poole and Luke Rawson would be ones expected. It looks like we are going to get the side closest to us to be where the penalty taken. Stocksbridge's last win in a penalty shootout did come last year in this tournament. It was away at Swallow Nest. 5-4 on penalties. Elliot Murray, the injured defender, scoring the winning penalty in that one. Who can hold their nerve? I know Ben Townsend is a big researcher on penalty kick. See, him and Pete Goldstraw, former coach here at Penistone, always making sure they're well educated. And Ben is actually getting some notes from Pete right now on that. So we're just going to check. I always think the best place to take penalties is the first penalty in it. I think that's the one that, because it piles the nerves and the pressure onto the other team. And statistically, that is the case. That taking your penalties first, it makes you more likely to win. And here we go. First, it's Alex O'Connor, who's just come on, is going to take the first penalty for Stocksbridge. I don't think Alex O'Connor was meant to be coming on. Only came on when Tinker was injured at the end, but he will have the pressure of the first one anyway, having barely even warmed up, really. Here it comes. Townsend taking it. Saved by Ambler. Advantage Penistone. It never seems to work when a sub comes on to take a penalty, and that is the case here today. Stocksbridge already at a disadvantage in this shootout. Harry Ambler with a good save to his right. Kieran Ryan will be taking the first penalty for Penistone.
Come on, lad.
Townsend, who hasn't saved a penalty since the opening game of the season against Stockton Town. Going to be keen here. Here it goes, taking it. Good penalty from Kieran Ryan, 1-0 to Penistone. It is advantage Penistone immediately after the first set. Luke Rawson, Stockbridge's usual penalty taker, coming up now. Stockbridge really wanted to avoid that nightmare when they lost 3-0 on penalty to Ossett. Never scored one. Luke Rawson. Short run up from Rawson. In! Tucks it behind Ambler, who did guess the right way. Penistone next. Trying to just tell which player it is coming up. It is going to be Jordan Barnett, a man who is the free kick taker and got himself very close to getting a second yellow, really. You can see Stocksbridge fans are trying to put him off over in that corner. Barnett, TK takes it. Lovely little curling penalty. Penistone a 2-1 after 2 penalties. Thomas Poole coming up to take the next one for Stocksbridge, who remain at a disadvantage. Third set of penalties coming up now. Thomas Poole here for the shootout. Here comes Poole. Taking it. Sends Ambler the wrong way. 2-2 for the moment. Here comes Penistone's next taker. The longest walk in football being taken right now. Just trying to identify who the man is. With our position, it means we have to wait till like the last minute. It's going to be a right-footed penalty at the very least. I've not been able to see who's actually taken it just yet. Townsend, here's his research paid off. Here comes the right-footed penalty. Saved by Townsend! It's not a great penalty, but Townsend chooses right to his left. And now, Townsend will take the penalty. Run, Townsend! Fourth set of penalties, and things are now level. Townsend, who took a penalty against Stockton Town in the shootout in the playoffs, scored it. Here comes the goalkeeper, Townsend, taking the penalty. Into the bottom corner. It's not what I expected. I expected him to absolutely blast it. And now, here on the fourth set of penalties, Penistone have another one. Sorry, I can't hear. Just trying to identify who this one at Penistone taker is. It is Nathan Keatley, the top scorer for Penistone. Surely he's the man Penistone can rely on. No, he isn't! Townsend saves it! Stocksbridge have a chance to win it. And it's going to go down to Luke Hogg. If Luke Hogg scores this, Stocksbridge win the shootout and go to the final. It's the biggest penalty of Stockbridge's season. Townsend has done all he can. It's the former defensive midfielder from Ossett. He's being jeered by the crowds. There's his nose. He scores it! And now it's back in Townsend's hand. In the end, it was just too much for Luke Hogg. The nerves were too much. And the big moment now falls. Can Townsend save 3 in a row? It's going down to Danny Howes. Townsend is looking to make his 3rd penalty save in a row. Danny Howes with all the pressure on him to keep Penistone in this, to make it sudden death. It somehow makes it in despite Townsend taking a touch. It's sudden death. It's Tommy Marshall, the young Tommy Marshall coming up. The winger from Chesterfield. And oh, the nerves are big here now. Tommy Marshall, who's come on as a substitute. Townsend will be regretting his place. Here comes Marshall's run up. It's in. The on Penistone. These are now the guys who were not expecting to take penalties. Marshall has a little hug with Ben Townsend here. And this is why you don't like taking penalties second. Why Penistone were put at a bit of a disadvantage with this. As well, it's going to be the defender here. Danny Johnson. Ryan Johnson. I expect he's going to smash this one. Hinton takes it. Sends off to corner. It's back in Stockbridge's court. Jordan Lemon going to take it. Stockbridge's longest server.
Come on.
He has missed a few penalties before in shootouts, including against Ossett last year. Big pressure on him right now. On the right back, he's being filled in at centre back. Lemon. With the run up. Here comes Jordan Lemon. Save! Penistone are running forward as if they think they've won it though. They still have to take one. And Penistone have the chance to win it here.
Yeah, keep going. I thought that was.
Oh, this could be it. This could be it for Stockbridge's cup chances. And they'll be looking back to that Luke Hogg miss, if all else. It's a substitute. It's a substitute, Lennon O'Grady, to win it for Penistone. Can Townsend get his saving hands back on? Takes it. Saved by Townsend! The game continues! 3 penalties saved. And that's Curtis Turner, who has normally been in the first 5 for Stocksbridge, but he's missed every penalty in those shootouts. Oh, the nerves continue. Townsend, you have to give him credit, has come out big every single time in this.
Can't they just make a team out at ball to play?
Here comes Turner's penalty. It's also saved! It's now back in Penistone again to try and win it. And you've got to think Stocksbridge.
Come on.
It's just not good. I just don't think Stocksbridge can do it again and keep back in it.
Come on, Church.
Trying to see who it's going to be now. Looks like it's Kadori. He's a hero of the Penistone fans. He might become a bigger hero now. It's going to be a short run up. Blowing a bit. Takes it. Yeah. Penistone will score and they go through. Penistone have got their revenge on their former manager and they will be in the final of the Senior Cup. Thank you everyone for listening today. We will see you on Saturday for our home match against Hebburn. Look forward to seeing you there.